The landscape of school transportation may look a little bit different this year thanks to more lower and zero emissions buses now hitting the roads in Georgia. With more on that, 11 Alive meteorologist Melissa Nord.
Remember that sound of the school bus from your childhood?
As it was just turning onto our street, I could hear it.
It may not be the sound your kids hear.
They would start to pull out from the school. They were like, "Is the bus running?" And we go, "Yeah, it's a propane, so it's quieter. It doesn't smell in here." You're right, it's propane.
Districts across North Georgia have been phasing out old diesel buses for this lower emission option. Fulton County Schools Executive Director of Transportation Vicki Cross said they began upgrading their fleet to propane in 2017.
Right now we're 53% propane, and end of September we'll be 56%.
Federal and state grants and funding made these buses more cost-effective over time than their diesel counterparts. Joining propane is another emerging technology.
This is the state's first all-electric school bus in the state of Georgia that Fulton County got in the summer of 2020.
Later this school year, more EV buses will be joining this one thanks to the EPA's Clean School Bus rebates. Atlanta Public Schools, Clayton, Meriwether, and Union counties have all been awarded funding for all-electric buses. Clark County has been awarded funding for propane buses. A West Virginia University bus emissions study found that propane buses cut nitrogen oxides emissions by 96% over diesel buses and cut carbon dioxide by 13%. Electric vehicles eliminate these emissions altogether. EPA Southeast Administrator Daniel Blackman says this is better for students.
These emissions impact the respiratory health of our children in our communities. I grew up with asthma, so it's very sensitive for me having children in Georgia's public school system that can benefit from a $5 billion investment through the Biden-Harris administration.
And they could lead to positive results in the class. In 2019, a Georgia State University study showed that lower emissions buses could help test scores. These factors are driving Georgia-headquartered Bluebird Corporation to expand their low and zero emissions bus production, says President Britton Smith.
The overall market is over 75% diesel, but Bluebird is less than 40% diesel. So this year, we're producing over 500 electric vehicles.
In May, they opened a state-of-the-art EV build-up center where they can produce up to 5,000 EVs a year. Going all electric may not be pedal to the metal right away.
Your result may be different than the literature that you read, so you need to collect your own data.
Fulton County has been testing their bus to find the most optimal route and charging schedule. Are there any negatives? Cross said there might be one small learning curve for parents.
Sorry, we're running a little late. We didn't hear the bus coming.
A speed bump that parents say is worth getting used to. In Fulton County, meteorologist Melissa Nord, 11 Alive News.